Joining me now with more on the BLM controversy, former Georgia State Representative Vernon Jones. Thanks so much for being with us today. It's great to have you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. So, you'd think if the BLM supporters were consistent in their ideology, they would be against people who are benefiting off of so-called tragedies, right? I hope this news ultimately makes some of these people realize that they were lied to. I'm sure you have a lot to say about this, Vernon. What are your thoughts?
Well, first of all, BLM was a big lie in itself. It took advantage of people who played to their emotions. They made millions and millions of dollars. And then here's this person that was so concerned about Black Lives Matter. One of the founders, she ended up buying a multi-million-dollar home in a white community. The hypocrisy there. Not to mention how the NFL and all those others gave them millions and millions of dollars. And where did it go? It didn't go to helping out. I didn't see any bricks or mortar, any buildings built to help school children, or I didn't see any money donated or support to law enforcement. I didn't see any of that money go anywhere but into their pockets. So it was a big sham after all, just a big sham.
Yeah, it was indeed. As you mentioned, instead of using the organization for good like it claimed, I don't know, maybe truly giving back the $100 million that it raised from individuals back to their communities that actually needed it. I mean, the leaders decided to buy $12 million in Los Angeles real estate. So they claimed it was for Black creatives, but I don't think any art was made. Where did the money actually go? I mean, what was done and what are these people doing now?
Yeah, the only lives that matter, Black Lives Matter, it was their Black lives that mattered.
Yeah.
Why is there an FBI investigation onto them now? They can go and investigate George Santos and get him indicted within 4 months. Look at the money laundering that the Black Lives Movement carried out, and nobody's investigating them. There should be a thorough investigation on where that money went, and all those who gave money, certainly the big corporations, they need to be exposed, and they need to make a public apology for following up and being a part of this charade, this sham. And if Black Lives Matter, it seemed like it didn't matter in Atlanta, Georgia, when the young girl, maybe I think 13 years old, shot and killed through her car. Her mother's car went at a Black Lives rally in Atlanta, or New York, where a baby was in a carriage, shot and killed in a carriage. Or Officer Dorn, Police Officer Dorn, Captain Dorn, in St. Louis. There he was trying to protect the business when they shot and killed him. Black Lives and that whole charade of misfits and minions, they need to be jailed, and they need to actually, they should be whipped, literally hung and whipped on the public square.
Wow, yeah. Well, that's one take. I think it's interesting because the founder of BLM, Patrisse Cullors, claimed something to the effect of financial disclosures were triggering and unsafe when she was actually confronted about it. What kind of excuse is this? I mean, how are these people just allowed to get away with this blatant criminal activity?
Well, just another big lie. And again, when you look at the FBI and the Justice Department, they've been weaponized. They're propping up and supporting criminals, crooks like Joe Biden and Hunter Biden and his brother John Biden, Black Lives Matter, the whole crew. None of them are being prosecuted for what they're doing, but they want to go and investigate and knock down the doors of parents who are going to their school boards, let their school officials know how it's important to them to have their kids taught things that they should be taught, and not this liberal agenda. You know, this whole BLM, I call it a circus. Look at where it is now. What has come from it? Nothing but divisiveness in this country. Nothing but over 750 police officers who were literally injured, not to mention all others, property destroyed, Black businesses destroyed. It was chaos.
Yeah.
And then she can't recollect how the money was spent. Oh, we know how the money was spent. The money was spent on fancy cars, trips, luggage, clothing, funding these groups. And you know what really gets me? Black Lives Matter, when you look at the core of them, they did not believe in the nuclear of the Black family. They wanted Black men to be trans and gay. They didn't believe in a Black father in a home, Black male father in a home. And so their whole beginning was full of nothingness from the start. They're just an issue looking for a cause.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.